Yo, what is going on, everyone? It is Memory here. We're here, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, for the next episode of ReZero Season 2, this being episode 4 of this season, or episode 29 overall in the series. Guys, there's no way that this isn't going to be a huge episode, right? With apparently what we're going to go into with this trial and Subaru facing his past. I mean, just seeing his dad, his room, I mean, all the posters, figures, which the girls in the girls on the posters and the figures have silver hair figures, right? But just to get a glimpse at this life, right? Something we've all been waiting for because we've only had pretty much his life in this other world. So to get a glimpse or perspective on the regular world and his life in the regular world and his parents and just all that, it's who knows what else. I'm not ready for this episode. Like, I'm really excited to get into this to see, obviously, but I'm not ready. It's about to be probably a mind blowing episode. I mean, it clocks in a little under 30 minutes as well, so we know they love giving us like minutes of extra content, but they're probably giving us even more so than what we usually get. We might not even have an OP or ED again with this episode because they just love doing that. But yeah, I know I like to talk usually a little more at the beginning of these, but I really just want to get into this episode, honestly, guys, and see what we're going to have with this. So let's get into it. We're starting at the very beginning, 0 seconds, and we're going to get started in 3, 2, 1, play. We're not going to have OP. Exactly. See what I mean? And I guess this is just a norm with them wrestling and dad messing with son. You train every day. No, I don't think. Obviously, he's not actually here. It's just kind of going to be maybe one big flashback or something like that. Like, obviously, Ekina making this happen through the trial for Subaru. Oh, here's the mother. Here's his mom. Would you two stop goofing off? So yeah, the one-on-one time is probably a little normal. Aw. Oh. Right, then his reaction. No, you see his reaction. No. All these veggies, get me out of here. It's a mountain of them too. It's not even like a little bit. He passed them to his dad. You can tell with like the filter, like the effect on it. Obviously, this is gonna be like one big flashback, probably. Keeps passing it back to him. Look at his dad's reaction. Some very good looking parents. And what else would you expect, right? Like mom and dad, very good looking. Like they're passing it between the three of them. All foods that are tiny and he didn't let it pass. He didn't let him pass it to him that time. Oh wow. The music just stopped. Look how he's holding it like in his mouth, like his look on his face. He's like, man, this isn't good. What the hell? Was that okay? This is part of the trial. Like, go to school. You ain't sleeping until noon, right? Like, still hear the clock ticking in the background. There's that again. This man's moonwalking in here, bro. This dude is such a trip, bro. His dad is. Got the Absolute Duo and the Asterix War poster in the background. Kieran from Asterix War. Absolute Duo I don't really care for, but kind of cool. Oh, y'all ain't gonna be wrestling? Y'all actually gonna have a nice father and son chat here? I'm assuming they would have that. Oh my gosh, look at this scenery too, by the way. Man. There's his classic, the tracksuit. Wow, this is. And it's like with the filter on it too, like for the to obviously show us that it's a flashback or his past. It looks even more beautiful. So wait, he's this old and some of these people have never saw him. So like, it kind of takes after both of them. I can see some qualities in both of them in him. Super like a shut in or like a. I mean, he was talking about sleeping until noon and all that, not going to school or whatever. Like, there's that again. So I know this is like I don't know if that's actually a part of the trial, like what we're seeing happen to him, or if it's like actually when he was at that point in the past before he got to this world. If this is what would actually happen to him, you know? Wow, there went like half the can. He was saying after a certain time they usually stop, but now they are not stopping. Like after 8 or whatever he said. Like, you need to get that. I just heard Amelia's voice. I just heard Amelia's voice. Wait, wait, wait. What? What the hell, bro? Yeah, I see it again. He knew. So is this like a normal? It was a normal thing for him, like not going to school and just kind of staying home. Same, same. I agree with that. I'm with him on that. Dude, the cherry blossoms, like the oh my god, man, like the particles, like the petals. Is that again? That's like the fourth or fifth time now. You hear the beating, the heart beating. It's been rough, hasn't it? That was Amelia's voice again. In the white hair or the silver hair. That's what I'm wondering. We know it's Amelia, right? It's like, EMT. Does he kind of know what's? Yeah, he knows kind of what the deal is or what's happening now, and he obviously he remembered Amelia, but he wanted to hear that from his parents. See, like stuff like this, like never ever saw any of this or like got into any of this, man. Just to see him like in a race or at school like this or anything like in a like it's just it's mind blowing, man. It's kind of weird, but it's awesome at the same time. You know, it's like, oh my god. And, you know that keeps being repeated as more we're seeing more and more things that he was kind of. You're definitely his kid. It was like it was always his father's parents that were brought up, and not him, right? Oh my gosh. That's kids being kids, though. To be fair, but like they disappeared or separated from him one by one. Nobody was there. And then that too, like, wow. Crazy how quickly though, like something like that can kind of happen, you know? Like he just kind of became a shut-in. Like those kids started to kind of, like I was about to say, it's kind of just snowballed into as he got older, as he you went to middle school, high school, like from that point where those kids started kind of separating themselves or left them. And but they're your parents, man. They're your parents. Rem, Rem, Rem. See, these are the people that have affected him, right? Amelia, Rem. Even in this other world, but like kind of comparing that to where he's at, kind of seeing where he's at in this world, like the people that have impacted him and made him feel special, right? Like, yeah, there was nothing like his head wasn't even anywhere in the vicinity of that. He didn't even use his head. Right, exactly. They're your parents. Of course he would. He loves going about it that way. I'm just me, right? I'm just Subaru. Ah, damn. He's not there. He's not there now, obviously. So it's like I can't be there for you. And his voice, bro. Oh man. God, bro. If they do something with the mom too, man, like, oh, I'm not gonna be able to. Classic stretch. There we go. There we go. Embrace it. Facts, though. They're gonna do something with the mom too. Going back to school, and that's probably gonna be him going back to school is what him facing his past or like you know passing the trial, the first one, because I've heard you guys have told me there's more apparently. Ugh, Mayo. Ugh, I'm not a Mayo fan. I'm with him on that. You don't hate the world. I wonder what those notes on the fridge say. I don't know if that's of any importance or anything like that. She walking him to school. She walking him to school. The convenience store. The convenience store. I like how like when he's talking to his mom like this, it still makes sense to her, but we know like how he's kind of taking this obviously like through the trial. Like I kind of like how they're doing that because it's not like it's weird or anything he's saying to his mother. Like it still makes sense. Obviously, like reliving the past. It's I like how they're going about this. Wait, what? Huh, mom? Huh? They have no idea who these people are in this world, right? In the other world, like, but that's this good parental instinct, right? That knows that multiple people, have an impact or are helping him, are special to him. Is that again? It's the he that he is now in this other world wants to hear that because he's worried, obviously worried about that. Ah, see, that's what he wants, man. You really got some awesome parents, dude. And this might be the only bit we get of them. I'm just like, I need more. I'm gonna need. I'm gonna feel like that, like so much. Ah, damn. This is crazy because we've never really saw him even think about his parents really in this world, or any like now this is all kind of coming back to him and he's remembering this. So it's like, wow. I'm your parent. Oh my god, man. That the dad and the mom, bro. Ah. Yeah, he had so many more things he wanted to do, so many regrets, so many like damn, man. As long as you can smile in the end. Which most of the like when shit happens in the series in general, most of the time by the end he's smiling like through a lot of the shit we go through, like dude, he really has some amazing parents, bro. Okay, that was the convenience store. Wait, is this right before he? Is this the last thing that? Oh, that was the same words. The last thing any of his parents said to him before he came to this world, bro. That was the last thing any of his parents, his mom said to him. Take care, because that was the convenience store, obviously, and then he, yeah. Damn, bro. This is probably where the trial ends, huh? I would think or imagine. Oh shit! Is she in the schoolgirl outfit too? Like, oh, you weren't expecting them to pass it that quickly or get through it that quickly? Wow, bro. Wow. This was. Oh, we are gonna have the ED. Okay, and we're gonna have the visuals finally. This was a lot to take in, bro. This was a lot to take in. And I knew it was gonna be like that. Like, oh, I'm gonna have to watch this episode again. Like, I'm gonna have to watch this episode probably multiple times. Honestly, bro. Like, it's just one. It's one of those episodes of ReZero. Cause like a lot of episodes of ReZero have replay value or rewatch value, and it's kind of necessary for certain episodes. This one though, like, is definitely one of those. I feel like because this was a lot to consume, right? This was a lot to take in. Mm. You see them tears from Betty, bro. I didn't know Tom Hack he's a part of Myth and Royd. I guess he is on this. Dude, these visuals are like depressing as hell, man. Cause everyone's crying and shit. Like everyone looks sad. Finally got the visuals though, man. They had a lot of Betty focus in the ED too, by the way. Those are the same things that are on Edkina's, yeah, in her hair. Damn. I like the ED. I really like the ED visuals. But I'm just so caught up on what we just had in this episode, man, because like I was saying before, like this is something that like in this other world, right? Subaru has like we've never saw him talk about or even reminisce or even think about his past, right? So now that this has kind of been brought up to him again in a way through the trial, right? Like this is a part of him, right, that he was essentially kind of missing or that he forgot in a way, right? Or, just obviously his parents, a huge aspect, a huge thing of it, in his life, so that's why like the whole trial concept. I'm really obviously, honestly, it makes me think about Amelia's case. I can't help but bring that up because we saw her go in there and she just, the light turned off, so we just assumed kind of something went wrong with it. I was saying maybe she's still. I wanted to get a look at like her trial, what she's going through as well. Some of you guys were saying you think like she failed right away or just we don't know, but something probably definitely went wrong because the light went off. But I'm curious about that as well. But this whole trial concept is like it makes me interested for what the other trials are going to be. In I feel like the other trials don't have to necessarily be obviously they don't have to be focused in the past or whatever. They can be other things, but I do really like this trial concept or whatever from Edkina, and what she's kind of doing with this. But I mean, his parents are fucking awesome. Is all I can honestly say, right? Like he does have some awesome parents. I need more of them, and we're probably not gonna get more of them, honestly. But um, just man, it's so much to take in. Just like the conversation with his father, right? And well, look what made him kind of realize what was going on here, right? Or kind of made him remember everything. It was him hearing Amelia's voice in his head, thinking of Amelia, right? That was the first thing that instantly made him realize kind of okay what was going on here, or what this was, the trial. Even Edkina was surprised that she I think she said something along the lines of, oh, you did this way quicker than I thought, or like you passed or went through it quicker than you got here quicker than I thought you would, right? So yeah, him going to school, moving on from that, and the whole thing with his parents was, he passed the trial. He went through it pretty quickly, but I mean, just the thing with his dad, I love that. It was hilarious, but very heartfelt as well. Especially like how you can take these things that obviously he's learned in this new world, right? The relationships, the bonds that he's formed with these people, and just comparing what he is in this world to what he was in the real world, excuse me, what became of him in the real world, even though that doesn't really matter, right? Because he's Subaru, that it's him, right? And obviously his parents, no matter what, care about him, whether he went to school or not, and it was something though that he was really worried about, right? And a lot of these, like, his regrets, things that he wasn't able to say to them or do with them, just and not being able to see them again, but still like in through this trial being able to see them, kind of, right? Oh my god, man. Like, see, now that I finished it, a lot of the things are kind of hitting me because this reminds me honestly of how I felt when I watched episode 18 of ReZero, because it's mostly dialogue, right? It's mostly one-on-one talk, and it's so much to take in. But once it all sinks in, and like, oh, like in certain moments, that's kind of the feeling I have right now. I kind of have a similar feeling to when I watched episode 18 in season 1. Honestly, I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I mean, damn, there's just so much here, dude. Like I said, I'm gonna have to rewatch this episode 100%, probably a few times. Honestly, like this is one of those episodes, like episode 18 of ReZero, and other episodes we've had in season 1 or just throughout the series in general. But if this was just the first trial, because you guys are saying apparently there's more trials, like I can't even imagine what the other trials are going to be. But this was definitely a key thing, maybe that Subaru kind of forgot about, right? That's a key part, to who he is, and with what they tackled in here, it was something he probably didn't want to remember, but this is obviously super important to kind of face this, move on, face your past. obviously, and maybe something he didn't want to talk about, right, or touch on, something sealed deep inside of him, but this is something you had to deal with, something you had to face, right? So that is huge episode, man. Huge episode. Just lot to take in. So much to take in, and I'm gonna have to sit on this one, let it kind of sink in before I do a watch. I'm gonna have to do a rewatch probably in the next couple days or so, maybe two rewatches. I'm not really sure, but I mean, yeah, this was just one of those episodes. I like I said, I would compare this a lot to episode 18, kind of how I'm feeling. Obviously, not with this specific event, but like how I'm feeling, right, and just how the episode flowed and all of that, man. It was just a lot to take in. You're just kind of sitting there trying to take everything in awe, right? It's like, but yeah, his parents are fucking awesome, dude. I gotta say that again. I know we're probably not gonna get much more of them, but now they're probably gonna be there in Subaru's mind. Like we're probably gonna see maybe throughout certain scenes in this season, he's gonna remember his parents, or hear his parents' words, or have those words again, or just motivation, or whatever it may be, right? Because we haven't saw that. We haven't saw that throughout the series. So now that this has kind of been brought up to him again, his parents, and the impact that they've had on him, and just his mother's last words, and just his father telling him to give it his all, things like that, may have a bigger impact and help him more, even push him even more in the future. So in this world, right, in the world we're in. So yeah, I don't know what else to say, honestly. This was a fantastic episode, though. This is just something we've been waiting for, honestly, something we've been waiting to get into. And obviously, he wasn't in the real world, but they kind of did like a flashback whole thing with it, him being there, through the trial with Ekina making it happen. Just spectacular stuff. Spectacular stuff. I don't know, honestly, what else to say. You guys let me know what you thought of the episode. Definitely down in the comments below. And I will see you guys in the next reaction for ReZero for next week's episode, guys. Thank you for watching. Peace out.